Hello, welcome back. I'm gonna make a short intro because I don't know if this is gonna be in the middle of the video or not. We'll see how long this chapter is, because if it's like 30 minutes or less, I'll probably just snip up that last video, but if it's like an hour, then I'll probably just make this its own, which will be kind of funny because last video just ended on like the worst spot, really. It's not a very satisfying spot to end. But either way, we'll be fine. Plenty of time tonight. Good stuff last time. Tense situation, tense hostage situation. Seems like the power friendship has been a failing Keiichi, honestly. Need to find the timer bomb thing. Hopefully Satoko can help. She's literally the smartest person in the village, so we can only hope. If she can't do it, then we're doomed. Is that it? That's pretty much it. I don't know. We only have like 15 minutes. I mean, this has to be the last chapter, right? I expect this to be like the last chapter, then we get some credits, because like either way, however this ends, I don't really see much more after this, right? It's a pretty good climax though. But let's start. What a great way to start this. Look at this panel. Be nice if we use, if the other one is full, we can use like the happier Satoko, and then this one will just have the sadder Satoko. Jesus. Satoko quietly hung her head. I don't understand what Rita-chan was trying to say to Satoko. But maybe. That is a very weird shine on your head, Satoko. It's kind of off. I hugged Satoko's head. Rita-chan's arms were tied so she couldn't embrace Satoko, but she put her forehead closer to her in praise. Literally. Please save us. Where would I put it? I honestly don't know the geography. Maybe in one of the lockers? Maybe like in the teacher's desk? Like right under it? Or my two desks? It's kind of cheap, but guessing twice, but I'll be a little cheap. True, I guess that wouldn't work. That could definitely work in the teacher's desk. I don't know about the closet or the lockers. I don't think she did. I think that's a bluff. Yeah. Me and Rita, we know. Mm-hmm. True. Satoko grinned and then closed her eyes to concentrate. Jesus Christ, okay. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. Are you kidding me? That's a chapter? Woo. No, it's just a chapter break. Here's the question. Do we stop? Cut? Stop and cut. Nah, that feels kind of like dragging it a bit. We'll just keep going. Whatever, that means this will probably be a full episode. That's good. Who the heck's Utata? Maybe a Sonozaki? Utata. Several cars had arrived, producing several men. They went from the Otonomiya station. One of the men was wearing a suit despite the hot weather. He approached me, pushing Kumadai aside. Hello?
Oh yeah, これはこれは。お久しぶりですね。県警本部の大高くんじゃありませんか。
Higher police force.
言葉を慎みたまえ。もう君に君と呼ばれる階級ではない。
何かご用ですかね。大高くん。今非常に立て込んでいます。まさか県警がこの現場を乗っ取ろうつもりで？誰の了解で？私が許可した、大石君。
Who the heck are you?
所長。
I thought the chief was some other guy that's actually named.
高杉君から事情を聞いている。
I guess he's not. That Tatasugi was for some reason.
君が蒔いた種だという話も聞いているぞ。
Oh man, he's pushing the blame on Oishi. It's like low-key true, but like not fully.
君はもう下がって、あとは機動隊に任せるんだ。
It's going like slightly smoothly.
機動隊って、大高君、あんたまさか吸収する気ですか？
Do they know about the gasoline?
危険は重々承知だ。だがもう爆発まで時間がない。君が時間を浪費しすぎたのだ。その尻拭いを我々がしようというんだ。君らは引き継いで後方に下がりたまえ。
I couldn't talk back if both the chief and the guy from the prefectural headquarters gave me an order.
おいさん、何者すかあいつは。
What a weird. It was POV, but they showed Oishi's sprite. Is this a nice little... Oh well, is this a nice little trick pretending to be POV when it's not?
大高君。昔、麻雀がくっそ弱いくせに生きがってたから、ちょいと叩き潰してやったことがありましてね。それともあれかな？剣道大会で偉そうにしてやがったから、面食らわして失神させたのを根に持ってるのかな。
Kendo master also. Obviously we didn't get along.
大石君、現在の最新の状況を説明したまえ。
あんた、本気で突入する気で？こっちはもうすぐ睡眠薬で穏便に決着がつけられそうなんだ。それをひっくり返す機会。
もう遅すぎる。あと1時間あったらその手も検討できたな。突入は府警の専門部隊が担当する。君はバックアップに回りたまえ。
所長。
Why was that in a car POV shot? What is happening with the scenes right now?
あんた分かってますよね。あの教室は今や巨大な爆弾なんです。だが一番恐ろしい爆弾は教室じゃない。犯人のリュウグウレナ本人なんです。我々はようやくそれをなだめ、穏便に解決する手順を踏み、それを実行しようとしています。時間は確かにもう10分もない。でも必ず成功させてみせます。講習は私が自らやります。ダメなら私が粉々に吹っ飛んでおしまいです。首相たちは離れてそれを見てざまあみると思ってればいい。大石君、府警の専門部隊はただの機動隊じゃないぞ。第二機動隊といえば君ほどの男なら噂くらい聞いてるだろう。
なんすか、おいさん。第二機動隊って有名なんですか
？5年くらい前だっけ、空港の飛行機に犯人が立てこもった事件があったでしょう。
Okay. Ooh. Is this in reference to oh no, I forgot what it's called. The red, well, I'm assuming that's Japanese Red Army, but I forgot what it's called. With all those, when the universities in Japan went on like a communist revolution. If you used to watch my SIWs, I actually watched a 3-hour, or was it a 4-hour movie on that. It's pretty interesting. Basically, it's like what I said. A bunch of university students were fighting for communist revolution. And I do remember one of the stories, they tried to hijack a airplane to fly to North Korea, I think, to get military lessons. Or somewhere else. Probably somewhere. Probably North Korea, honestly. But yeah, wild stuff. There you go. My vast knowledge of movies has aided me into understanding a bit.
あれをきっかけに東京と大阪にハイジャック専門の特殊部隊が組織されたって噂は聞いてましたがね。実在してましたか。
It's another death squad!
で
Mystery.
もなんだって不敬の機動隊がこんなところに。
That proves the Sonozaki death squad is real. Utata smiled proudly.
たまたま県警機動隊との交流訓練があってね、特別に応援を要請したのだよ。
相変わらずですね。話をすぐ派手にしたがるその癖は。
It sucks, as if they messed up, I still feel like Oishi's gonna take the blunt of the blame. The company members exited the vehicles one after another and took position. They didn't like the policemen.
大高君、あんた学校で銃撃戦をやる気かい？一発で大爆発を起こすぞ。
Yeah.
安心
Jesus.
したまえ。突入犯が使うのは火器じゃない。
Better not use tasers
高
either.
度鎮圧用のガス銃。
That's a riot gun.
高圧ガスで催涙ガスを噴出する。
Is that, like, not gonna make a spark?
何の問題もない。
I feel like it still can.
へえ、そりゃあ便利な水鉄砲があったもんで。ところでそのおもちゃは校庭を横断して教室まで届くほど便利なものなんで。
それは君が心配することではない。あとは我々に任せて下がりたまえ。
As I lifted my arms exaggerately, one elbow accidentally touched the car horn witch haunt. Of course I did it on purpose.
今のは前原圭一を呼び出すサインですか。
ねえ、そうです。前原君が気づいてくれるのに祈るしかない。
今さら彼に何を。
Hurry up.
連中は多分グレネードか何かでガラスをぶち抜いてガス弾を教室に撃ち込んでその隙に突入しようってつもりで
It's
しょう。
such a bad idea though, because it'd be so easy for Rena just to light them up. I feel like if you're gonna break in, you need to be like super stealthy and like get her off guard, not just lob one in the room because it's not instant, right?
連中はリュウグレナを甘く見てる。彼女は本気だ。ガラスの割れる音でもライターをためらわず点火する。
特殊部隊には制圧できないってことですか。
Speaking of that Red Army movie, that also had a really great hostage situation. This is a very movie-like hostage situation. Kind of. Except for like the cagey parts. But it's definitely really good at being tense.
できないに決まってるだろう。だから今まで慎重にやってきたんじゃないの。リュウグウレナは初めから死ぬつもりなんだよ。命が惜しくない奴に突入なんて意味がないんだよ。もう前原さんしかいない。
おいさん、つながりました。
もしもし、大石です。聞こえてたら咳払いお願いします。緊急の話があります。聞いてください。
どうせ悪い話だろ。
Nope.
悔しいですが、県警が介入してきてお膳立てをひっくり返すつもりです。特殊部隊が校舎に突入しようとしています。
おいおい、護身用スプレーでひるませてもその1秒で点火されちまうってんで、俺はずっと抑えてきたんだぜ。
県警はリュウグウさんがすでに死ぬ気であることを理解していません。 ライターは脅しで点火するわけないと鷹をくくっています。多分5分以内に突入するでしょう。突入する前になんとか竜宮レナからライターを奪ってください。
それは次元発火装置を何とかしろというオーダーに追加で。
ねえ、そうです。
Jesus.
マジかよ。
Crunching it.
あと5分でレナからライターを奪って次元発火装置もどうにかやってくれるぜ。
あなただけが頼りなんです。頼みます。
どうですか、サトコ。
So many good potential thumbnails. They'll probably give us with the CG though. I'm just realizing that we did actually get a chapter cut. That was just a hella long section, huh? That's just a natural 145-minute section. They hit you with it. It's alright.
思いつきますですか。
Crunch time, Satoko.
1階の廊下だけが知りたいんですの。そこにあるかないか。レナさんの行動パターンから考えて、1階ならあそこ、2階ならあそこ。
God, I don't
1階
even
の廊
know.
下をコードが横断してないかざっと見ればいいんだな。
多分あるはず。
First floor, huh?
普段のレナさんなら断言できますけど、今のレナさんはノイズだらけで行動パターンが読み切れませんわ。
I honestly didn't even know there's 2 floors. Oh boy. I don't know the geography enough to guess, I guess.
よし、任せろ。なんとかする。
This is the Satoko that predicted Rena was trying to hide a water gun in the water gun fight. So she definitely is good at finding Rena's hiding spots.
もう悩むのに時間が足りねえ。最後の2択は俺が直接探る。
I don't want another tragedy. You demons down in hell, I bet you're just waiting for an amusing ending to unfold while eating some popcorn. I won't let that happen. I'm going to change everything. And then I'm going to make you pick up your popcorn off the floor. I spoke to Rena as she continued on with her story about the aliens.
何？どうしたの、ケイチ君。
I need a pee?
いや、今音が聞こえなかったか。
Rena went quiet and looked around. Rena had become totally paranoid about everything. Once she became worried, she couldn't ignore it.
本当に？ケイチ君。
ああ、聞き間違いじゃない。
I knew she wanted to check it herself, but she really couldn't leave the room for something like that. So in that case, she'd have to ask me to check for her. Rena must have been thinking the same thing.
ケイチ君。見てきて。
Okay, reading her. Good job, Teichi. Rena gave me an order with a fake smile on her lips.
ああ、わかった。
Rena watched me go out into the hallway. As I did, she spoke to me.
レナを怒らせちゃ嫌だよ。
信用しろ。俺はレナの仲間だ。
うん。信じるよ。信じるから。裏切っちゃ嫌だからね。
After being freed from Rena, I looked for a cord in a hurry. I didn't even have 5 minutes. The office probably had more outlets than anywhere else. I headed for the teacher's office. Shit, where are the outlets? Unlike the light switches, the outlets can always be found near entrances. Damn it, why did the clock in the teacher's office have to make such loud ticking noise?
大丈夫なのですよ。ケイチならきっと見つけてくれますのです。レナさんならいつものレナさんより疑り深いレナさんならどこにどう仕掛けますの？この程度がわからなくてレナさんのトラップで最後なんて北条聡子一生の恥ですわ。
なんだ、
I saw a plug inserted into the unit under the principal's desk. I also saw a cord extending under the door to the reception room. There shouldn't have been any reason why a cord had to be extended into that room. The reception room had an outlet of its own. I tiptoed over to the reception room and opened the door. Squeak. The door squeaked as I cracked it open a little. I poked my head inside the reception room. I saw the suspicious cord crossing the room and extending under the doorway to the hallway. I followed the cord through the reception room. I opened the door to the hallway and the cord was extending into the storage closet. The storage closet was used to hold cleaning chemicals. I just smelled them from here. The cord was extending into there. I carefully opened the door and turned the light on. The cord was attached to another extension cord, and there's an alarm clock that didn't belong in there. Is it though? Is that the kitchen timer? It sounded way different than the timer I was thinking of. Something that turns on electrical devices at a certain time. The time bomb. So all I'd have to do was unplug the cord. I feel like this might be a trap though. A nice fakey. I picked up the alarm clock. It looked like a normal alarm clock. Actually, it was a normal alarm clock. I remember Kumudai-san calling it a kitchen timer. He said it was a bit like an alarm clock. But this wasn't like an alarm clock, it was an alarm clock. Wait, didn't an alarm clock use batteries? This alarm clock was a battery operated one too. I looked at the extension cord and there was nothing plugged into it. Eh? What was this extension cord for? Why was this extending all the way from the teacher's office? As a bait? I think it's a bait. Oh no. Baited. How did he even get here, Satoto? A black shadow was covering me. I felt my body freeze. It was so frozen that I felt it was about to crack. I turned around somewhat slowly and saw someone holding a hatchet above their head. Yikes, caught in the act. I dropped the alarm clock. It made a noise as it hit the ground. All the cells in my body were frozen. This was Rena's trap. Rena was suspicious of everyone, including me. This whole time she thought there was someone connected to the people outside. This was a trap to lure that person out. Only the people outside knew about the time bomb. I was told about the whole thing and I followed the extension cord and picked up the alarm clock. How stupid of me. Rena hit me with the bat side of the hatchet earlier. It was painful, but it didn't kill me. But this time she was holding the hatchet the right way. It wouldn't just crack my forehead, it would split my entire head open. Dodge! Rena lifted the hatchet mercilessly. She moved slowly, as if everything was in slow motion. She almost looked divine. Maybe it really was holy. I was praying after all. Praying? What was I praying for? I was praying for my life. Wild Rita! Tattle! Yo! Actual Wild Rita. It was so sudden, I didn't tell what happened. New OST too? Jeez. Rita jumped onto Rena from behind. I didn't know what kind of weapon Rita-chan used, but Rena started moaning. It clearly hurt. Was it a actual syringe or something else? That brought me back to reality. I turned and just watched them. Yeah, definitely a new track. I had to get the lighter from Rena.
力ずくでなら勝てると思うんじゃねえ。
Rena knew I was after the lighter. She closed her fingers around it tightly. Rita-chan was grabbing onto the arm Rena was holding the hatchet in. I wanted to tell her to run, but thanks to Rita-chan, I could use both of my hands to get at the lighter. Come on, Keiichi, pry it open! The lighter flew out of Rena's hand. It hit the hallway and dropped down onto the floor. I picked it up. At the same moment I did, Rena managed to shake off Rita-chan. There's a chance. I turned in Satoto's direction. Yo, there's 2 bad endings. That's one more than the last. Wonder if they're just as long too. Here we go. Now it is a bad endathon. In my Tasha I was calling, oh, we're gonna have a bad endathon because I thought there was a multiple, but now there's 2. I can actually call it that. Satoto, are you still there? There's no time. Well, Satoto, you should be able to figure it out. Nice. I heard Satoto screaming from the classroom. Satoto had figured out where Rena hid the time bomb. I wanted to catch Rena, but I didn't have time for that. I had to do something about the time bomb instead.
Keiichi, 早くSatokoのところへ行くのです。
Rita-chan had spread her arms, blocking Rena's path forward.
バカなことはやめて
Oh
逃げろ。
no.
ケイイチ、これは初めてではないのですよ。
Is it? I don't. Oh, maybe she died for Keiichi and Tsumihoroboshi. It's the only time I remember. Oh no, I mean she technically tried to protect him in Higurashi, I guess too.
覚えていないのですか?
I don't know which one she's referring to though. Probably Higurashi.
前の時、僕にあとわずかの頑張りがあれば、
Or Mayakashi.
ケイイチは間に合ったのです。
Or Tsumihoroboshi. I don't know.
今度こそ間に合わせる。だから言ってなのです。
I didn't know what Rita-chan was talking about. But there's one thing I did know. Just like Rena and Mian were ready to give up their lives for their friends, and I was willing to give up mine, Rita-chan was prepared for that too. Therefore, telling Rita-chan to run was like telling her she wasn't my friend. And so, I will depend on my friend Rita-chan.
すまん、リカちゃん。
ケイイチさん、もう時間が。
Leaving it to Rita-chan, I dashed for the classroom. As soon as Rita-chan heard Keiichi's footsteps reach the classroom door, she sighed in relief. As she did, Rena's black shadow came even closer, ever closer.
すごいよ、すごいよ。これは部活じゃないんだよ。リカちゃんは殺されちゃうよ。怒ったレナにきっと殺されちゃう。へえ、私が怖くないんだ。
Nope.
リカちゃんすごいよ。
Rita grabbed a mop as she ran from the storage closet. She picked it up and held it upside down like a spear. Rita's sense told Rena that she was ready to fight. Rita didn't look like a little girl anymore. She looked so brave that Rena was even startled by it.
すごいね。殺されるのが怖くないんだ。
Rita smiled cynically. Rita usually never smiled this way.
この私が死を恐れるとでも。幾百の死の山脈を越えてきたこの私が今さら何を恐れるというのか。
君、リカちゃんじゃないね。あの夜に出会ったリカちゃんもどきの方だね。正体を表したな、宇宙人め。本物のリカちゃんをどこへやった？
本物のリカ、ここにいるわよ。
みぱー
Good one.
ああ、その小バカにしたところは間違いなくリカちゃんだね。そう、お社様は宇宙人だった。フルデ家はその末裔で宇宙人の直系の一族だもんね。
Sounds about right.
脳みそを叩き割って中の寄生虫を引きずり出してやるからね。
I don't know how to describe this feeling of this fight, but it does it feels very Uminato-ish, doesn't it? It feels like it's gonna be like some fantastical fight. I think it's also the music. It definitely sounds like Uminato battle music a bit. Rena raised her hatchet and charged at Rika with a scream. Rena looked like a beast charging towards its prey. Oh god. I don't know if this is the finale. That would be one way, one CG to end it. A battle stance Rita with a maw paw. Rita took a step backwards and lowered her body, preparing to counterattack. She did that with no hesitation. We'll find a use for this CG. If we can't use it here, we'll use it in do we have a surplus of CGs? I don't think we used the crying one. And then we have this one. We still have like an image for the review and the theory video. So we can fit it if we don't use it here. Hatchet girl.
いいですの、ケイチさん。すべてのヒントと答えはもう朝の時にありましたの。
Explain it to me, Satoto. In language a high schooler, I mean you're not even a high schooler, so never mind, an elementary schooler can understand.
落ち着け、佐藤。俺に分かるように話せ。つまりどういうことなんだ。
It's simple if you just remember the rare Toto POV. Come on, it's quite obvious when you do. Move the chairs away? Is that something? I don't know.
Oh.
There was this thing. I assume that was gasoline, but that doesn't make sense if Rena just did the gasoline right now, so she must have she must have a trail somewhere. We have been smelling gasoline coming from outdoors. There are no forestry service people in the office, so they weren't doing any work today. The smell wasn't coming from anything they were doing. In other words, it was the smell of Rena's gasoline. Reese's. Rena hid the gasoline near the classroom. She had it in a plastic container. You can't smell gasoline that's in a plastic container. So in other words, she had more gasoline ready than just in the container she used to spread it around the classroom. Where was the smell coming from? Was it coming from outside? Vaporized gasoline is heavier than air. It stinks. There would be another hint. There was another hint other than that. The ball. Kind of low-key did forget about this stuff. What does the ball have to do with it, though? Kids who love to play with their ball never lose it. It should have been in the same place it always was. But it was gone. So that must mean that Rena used it for something. The gasoline was coming from above. A ball went missing, so maybe it was stuffed somewhere. In the roof? The drain? Okay. I don't think I would ever guess that. Made sense, kind of. Just by drain, they mean the roof drain. Drain canal. No, they blocked it in the drain here. I get it, but I kind of don't get it. Maybe my brain's not at full power after all right now. The drain canal extended along the roof of the second floor and then came straight down to the ground. If it was plugged and filled with gasoline, it was like a huge Molotov cocktail that extended from the ground to the roof of the second floor. Furthermore, the drain canal ran by the classroom windows. If the canal exploded, the classroom would explode too.
じゃあつまり次元発火装置は
Tell me.
2階の窓から延長コードか何かで引っ張って屋
It's
根
on the
の上ですわ。
rooftop. I picked up the pair of scissors and cut Satoko's
そう
bonds.
いやリカちゃんはどうやって縄跳びを解いたんだ
Yeah. I wonder too.
あるございましたわね。私は解けるほど痩せてなくて。
Eh? You're like the same size. I rubbed Satoko's head.
みんなを頼む俺は屋上へ行く
As I jumped out of the classroom, Satoko stopped me.
ケイチさん、これを。
なんだよ
What
ま
is
だ
it?
何かあるのか
Oh, is it the bat? Satoshi bat for good luck? Something silver sailed through the air. I caught it. It was a metal bat. The lucky bat.
いいのですのよ。後でちゃんと返してもらうでございますからね。
God. I was trying to... Yeah, this feels so anime. I kind of love it, though.
うわ
There's a lot of real anime moments in this arc, huh?
すまん佐藤
It's an umineko and an anime feeling. It's kind of overloading a bit. The metal bat fit right in my palm. I didn't even feel its weight. It really eased my mind. The name Satoshi was written on the handle. This was the bat that belonged to Satoshi's brother, Satoko's brother Satoshi. He was the victim of last year's tragedy. You and I were the same. I won't let another tragedy take place. I'll treat this as a gift from you who is waiting in the wings. Let's rip apart the script of this demonic tragedy together. Let's go, Satoshi! As I tried to run up the stairs, I heard a loud noise coming from the hallway by the teacher's office. I saw Rika-chan rolling on the floor. Damn, Rika-chan. You held out as long as you could.
くそなの
No.
身体年齢があと5つもあればくそなのです
I missed the
身体
nanodesu.
年齢があと5つもあれば
Can't skip the nanodesu.
さあ次はケイチくんだよ
やべえとにかく上だ今は屋根の上だ
よく気づいたねよく気づいたねでもさせるもんか
Rena's face looked unbelievably scary. She was ready to rip me apart if she caught me. In that case, just try me. I jumped up the stairs, skipping every other step. I turned on the bud in my pocket. I didn't have time to put on the earphones. As Rena flew up the stairs, her foot got caught on a jump rope. Oh, it was a fast Satoko trap. She tripped and then 3 buckets fell on her head. Jesus, she does work fast, huh? The result of Satoko's trap. The triple bucket thread. Satoko leaned against the wall and waved her index finger in a mocking gesture.
なかなかの線を言ってましたけどまだまだこの私とトラップ勝負をするのは3
300 million
億
light
5千
years.
光年くらい早くてでございましたよ
Sounds pretty true to me.
さとこちゃん光年は距離だよ
Yo, don't hit me with that. I mean, I knew that, kind of, but I wasn't thinking. Stop it. Smash. The fourth bucket hits Satoko on the head? What? What does that even mean? Did Rena plan on that, or did she just pick a bucket up and smashed it at her? I continued up to the rooftop. Rena ignored Satoko and ran after me.
Oi-sanかやったぞやったぞちくしょうライターは奪った次元破壊装置も分かってる屋根の上雨どいの中だ今抑えに行ってる
Oishi!
おいさんまさかあれじゃ
Oishi grabbed a pair of binoculars from Kumagai and looked at the rain gutter on the rooftop. There was something like an alarm clock sitting there. The cord from the clock was extending into the second floor window. It was so obvious, but they didn't even notice until then. Just then. Satoko was working hard to remove her classmates' restraints, but she couldn't do anything about the bite lock on Mion's neck.
みんな私はいいから早く逃げて
あらミオさんらしくもないこういう瞬間でも我が部の部長らしくあるべきではございません部長はただ一言こいつを外せと命令遊ばされれば結構ですのよ
Satoko reached for the back of her collar and produced a bent joint hairpin. Pitching it? Nice. Satoko opened the window, climbed onto the windowsill, and faced the bite lock that was restraining Mion. Jeez.
みんなは全部のカーテンを開けて窓を全部開けたら外へ駆け出すこと
委員長前原さんはどうするんです
ケイちゃんは警察が助けてくれるからみんなはとにかく一刻も早くここから逃げてってもう外したの
Jesus.
北条聡子にとって U 字ロックの U はこんなの楽勝
Guess they wouldn't show it. But I would have liked to see a bloody Mion. Well, I wouldn't, but I thought it would be kind of cool. But yes, Satoko bid braining as per usual. Is it really a surprise? The binoculars were trained on the classroom. All of the curtains were open as well as the windows. The children in turn were all running out onto the schoolyard. I wish she pushed Utada aside, then grabbed his radio and yelled into it.
全班突入しろ突入突入突入人質を全員確保しろ犯人は人質1名を追って2階へ上がったもよ
こら何の真似だね大石君無線を返したもん
Sorry, Utaka. You don't mess with the big O. Don't think you're higher than Oishi just because you also have 2 O's in your name, alright? Come from the same neighborhood, but you don't have the same presence, I guess. Utada tried to grab the radio from Oishi, but Kumagai stepped in. There was a dull noise, and Utada crumbled to the floor, convulsing. Jesus. Oh, stunned him. Okay. Thought he like choked him out, but no, he just stunned him. Oh wait. Wow, that is also stunning him.
教室内にはまだガソリンが充満してるぞガス弾や閃光弾の類の使用は禁ずる繰り返すガス弾、閃光弾の使用は禁ずる大爆発するぞ
Oh, Rita. Rita should be injured too. I just when I didn't kill Rita. That's good. Surprised Oishi voice is always so good. Alpha, go!
大高君 電源室確保失敗時はどうするつもりだったんです？
Jesus.
それに失敗しないための特殊部隊だ。
Nice unit, bro.
これだから坊ちゃん育ちは。あとは時計のコンセントを抑えるしかないか。
Sniper unit.
おいさん、前原君です。
スピーカーを貸せ。前原さん、時計の電源は2階の奥の部屋。
I shook my head repeatedly. I couldn't do that. Rena was coming after me, so I couldn't head that way. What else could I do? Honestly, you don't even need to stop the bomb now. Well, I guess if you want to secure Rena's life, then you probably should. But I was trying to say if you don't care, you can jump away. But yeah, we should try to save Rena, I guess. She did show mercy to Rita and Satoko. That's enough redemption for me, I guess. I would have been really sad. I was thinking that Rita died and then Satoko was gonna hold off Rena for a bit and die, so glad that didn't happen. Bam, bam, bam. Oishi-san was telling me to go further up. Satoko only told me that it was the rooftop on the second floor, and she didn't tell me exactly where. She only said it was in the drain canal. But maybe Oishi-san found it with his binoculars. I put my foot on the railing, my foot on the railing of the veranda and ran up to the rooftop. I had never felt so light. I felt I could lift myself with just 2 or 3 fingers. Heh. 30 seconds would be plenty of time. I could get there in half of that. Over there, was it? It was! Yeah. Okay.
実は狙撃銃タイプの催涙ガス銃とかそういうことだったりしません?
I was trying to say I wish you would take the shot, but like maybe he's actually thinking it would explode the building or not about Rena's. It's either, I don't know what he's thinking. Finish that sentence, Oishi. Do you care about Rena's life? He probably does. I'm joshing. This is too, you know, for me to care about judging Oishi right now. Let's just run, I don't know. Unplug the bomb and jump off, then she can't really do anything. I break a leg, but it's better than dying. How many more seconds did I have? Who cares? Whoa! I stood down the roof and grabbed the kitchen timer that was sitting on the drain pipe, which was filled with gasoline. There's a cord. Also, I like the POVs are switching so much. It's pretty hard to follow. Because it's also the problem with, like, even though it's switching to Oishi and stuff, it might actually just be, like, third person, and I just can't tell. It's kind of messing with me, just a bit. There's a cord with a copper wire attached to it. This was supposed to create sparks and start an explosion. The hand on the clock kept moving, with the second hand trying to reach the minute hand. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Whoa! I threw it to the ground. Nice. We did it! Maybe. Feel free to throw the lighter, Keiichi. A moment later, I heard the noise of something breaking. Did I do it? Yo. Clutch time. Dude, I don't even want to read the bad ending for this. Like, what? The bomb explodes and everyone dies? It's It's not something I really want to read, but I mean, we're gonna have to. But still, sounds unpleasant. Hopefully it just explodes and like Rena and or Keiichi dies. That'd make me feel a lot better. So that's a nice yes from Oishi. Hands in the air! I understand the excitement, but Rena's still coming after Keiichi with a hatchet. But yeah. Feels good, guys. Police are already prematurely patting themselves on the back. Satoku's giving compliments to on the sidelines. Jesus. Not only the policemen, but the children who are on their way to the ambulances raise their voices and cheer. Jesus. It's so cute. It's another way to describe this scene. It's cute. In a good way. Yes. Yeah, can still be set off pretty easily. Guys, don't forget about Keiichi. Yeah. Yo, but what if the gardeners predicted that and put a trap in there? No, I'm joking. Yes, jump, jump, jump. It also like a tree you can jump to, but could be unreliable drawing. But it didn't sound like they had enough time to be looking for it. I noticed a white hand at the edge of the roof, followed by Rena's head. Jesus. It's kind of a spooky thought. Rena slowly crawled up to the rooftop. I waited for her there. Yo. It's gonna turn into a hatchet versus metal bat. That'd be hilarious. Rena scratched at her throat. The band-aids peeled off and her throat started to bleed. We were confronting each other on the rooftop of the second floor. This wasn't a club activity, but a real battle. Rena was glaring at me with hatred at first. But maybe because she had already given up, she started smiling wickedly. I heard the chorus of the Higurashi in the background, as if to cool us down from the heat of the battle. I didn't think we needed their service yet, though. Yeah, stop flirting, Keiichi. It's a battle to the death. Wasn't as big brain as the plan I thought it would be. She was just trying to like get some more leverage and pressure onto Oishi to find the hideout. But I mean, I guess that's more realistic than whatever whatever I was thinking of or trying to think of.
これで人類が滅んじゃったらケイチ君のせいで滅んだって歴史に残っちゃうんだよ。
Unlucky. I didn't mean to laugh, but I couldn't help it. No, you can laugh. It's funny. My name would be written down in the history books of aliens as the one who destroyed the human species. Somehow that sounded kind of cool.
レイナ、お前が何と言おうと、このゲームは俺の勝ちだ。すでに俺が勝ってるのに、レナが負けを認めないだけだ。
そうだね。そう。
でも、
Oops.
そういうものかもしれな
My
いよな。
bad, Rena.
ゲームってのは勝者が決まって終わるもんじゃない。敗者が決まって終わるもんなんだ。ってことは、俺が勝つだけじゃダメってことだ。
へえ。それはどういう意味なのかな。
I tapped my shoulder with a metal bat, gesturing for Rena to come at me.
レナにきっちり負けたってこと。
Yo, we're actually having a duel? Okay, I'm ready. Oh man. This chapter is going in such a different direction than last such session. We kind of defeated Rena with the power of friendship as a nice, pretty satisfying and into a duel. It's just such a different vibe. It's a nice switch up, I guess. It's an interesting one. I won't run or hide. Do you know why? According to the rules of our club, we don't run from our enemies.
ここで白黒をつけてやるぜ。レナがもう負けてるってことよ。
ふーん。
言ってやるぜ。寄生虫に宇宙人バカじゃねえのか。そんなの今時誰が信じるんだよ。
That sounds like a pretty rare second baka. Can't skip that.
鼻で笑っちまうで。
Jesus.
最初から信じてなかったくせに信じてたふりをしてレナを騙してたな。
言ってやるぜ。寄生虫に宇宙人バカじゃねえのか。バカ。そんなの今時誰が信じるんだよ。ダセえな。
I will say though, I will say this art, I think the voice actors are pretty ham in it. You know, I compliment them in every art, but I feel like there were a lot of good times for not only Keiichi, but others have done very well work in it. Some side characters too, like Chi and Oishi, kind of delivered more than usual, I feel.
許せない許せない許せない。
レナが信じてるのは勝手だぜ。だが俺はそんなうさんくせえの信じねえからな。同じ信じるなら徳川の埋蔵金の方が楽しそうだぜ。それでも信じさせたいってんなら俺たち部活メンバーには簡単な信じさせ方があるじゃねえかよ。
Jesus, that's
勝
cool.
った方が正義ってことだね。
With all the janky Rena holding us hatchet sprites, this looks cool. You might not know this about me, but I really do like it when I think I've learned this recently, honestly, but I do like the visual effect for anime characters when they have sort of beads under their eyes. I know it's very weird. Well, not weird, but it's very like oddly specific, but like looking back to some characters, I really do like it when they have beads under their eyes. It's, I don't know if it's cool, but it's a certain style. These are light beads, not really heavily highlighted, but it's cool. Also possible one. I mean, as much as I love spear holding Rika, it'd be kind of a meme to put that over this. I bet we're gonna get a cool Keiichi one, right? Maybe. I want a cool Keiichi one. Hold it. He should do like the opposite and hold it like overhead. Well, maybe. But like in a sword position. That might be... I don't know, that might actually just look stupid. Rena and I grinned at each other, and we went around in circles on the rooftop. We both checked the distance between us.
レナが俺をぶちのめせたなら俺も宇宙人の話を信じてやろうじゃねえか。 朝晩 UFO を呼ぶ怪しげな踊りをして牛小屋にキャトルミューティレーションに行ってやら。
Yeah.
だがなレナ、俺にグーの音が出ないくらいにぶちのめされたらそん時は覚悟してもらうぜ。
それを取り決める必要はないかな圭一君なんかに私が負けるはずないもん。
Rena came out with the heavy strike, just for not letting the Keiichi stance. That's alright though. Ooh. The fets have also been really good in this art too. I almost forgot about the swings from the water gun fight, but that's very a very common looking effect for some older I don't even know if older, just like fighting visual novels. Like that looked very reminiscent of some of the Fate sword slashes from what I remember. It looked like there were some spurts. This was finally getting interesting. Love how the police are just watching this. They're like, what is happening right now?
俺も部活で何度も激戦をくぐってきてようやく分かってきたことがある。自分ってやつをな。
That is okay. That is very reminiscent to Saber's slashing with invisible air. It's cool. I like it. I like these special effects, man. This is such a weird art for me. I don't know how I rate it. It's weird in a good way. Look at that. Jesus.
それは何かなかな。
Bing, chin chin. Right now your hatchet can be a powerful weapon, but my metal bat is as powerful as your hatchet. Probably because it's infused with Satoshi energy. Sure, it doesn't have a blade, but it reaches farther and it's easier to handle. I won't be going for a defensive battle. I'm going to fight you face to face and I'm going to defeat you. I'm sure I'm stronger than you physically, but you're better at drawing out your true potential, Rena. I don't think Rena can go full cute mode here, though. Oh, wait, was cute mode just fake? I guess it had to be fake. Huh, that's a horrifying fact to realize. Hopefully it wasn't. I don't even know. I won't need to hold back at all. Go on vacation. Hopefully not die. Horror! Horror, horror.
押されてるんじゃないかな。
遊んでやってるだけだぜ。まあ見てろ。
Jeez.
レナをコテンパンにしたらどうしてやろうかね。これだけ互いにコインやチップをかけまくってるんだ。相当の支払いを覚悟してもらうぜ。
得ることの叶わない勝利に酔うもまた川山陽の醍醐味だね。圭一君の虚勢が痛々しいよ。
ちっちっち、分かってないな。俺はご褒美のデカさに比例してパワーアップする男だぜ。
That is true. That's been proven almost.
そうだな。もちろん、俺専属のメイドさんだよな。
Nice.
朝はおはようございますから、夜はおやすみなさいまでたっぷりご奉仕三昧だ。
Gotta get that boost. Power boost.
メイド衣装は監督に全面協力を受けて 日替わりチェンジのお楽しみ。うおー、夜はおやすみなさいまで。いやー、今夜は寝かさないぜ。
Jesus.
なんてどうだ。
Was it enough to overpower her? All I see are swings. I can't tell.
ケイチ君らしいな。そんなのはごめんだね。
Bing.
むしろ私が勝って逆の立場にしてあげるよ。
Well, Rena's getting distracted at least. She might not be thinking about her dying tomorrow. And she said she thought she would die from the disease, but it's kind of putting her in a different attitude, which is good. Ha 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 ha. We both laughed like crazy people as we struck at each other. It was strange how much fun it was becoming. Rena and I were trying to kill each other, and yet it was a blast. Sparks were flying, we could get seriously injured. If he fell off the roof, we'd break our bones, yet this was so much fun. I had been mourning and crying all day. Today, while Rena terrified me. How did all that turn into this?
ってことは結局俺たちにシリアスは似合わねえってことだ。
It's like
互いの
the
火花を浴び合いながらヘラヘラしてるのが
it's
互
like
い
the
に勝利合って
feeling
るっ
in
てわけ
the
だ。
water gun showdown, kind of reminiscent of that.
おあいにくだね。レナはエレガントで上品なのが大好きなの。そういうヘラヘラしたのはケイチ君が一人でお楽しみ遊ばせ。
Rena's net strike came at a strange angle, but I managed to deflect it.
おっとて甘い甘い全然ダメだぜ。やっぱりお前撃沈確定だな。
Swing.
ようやく体が温まってきたところだよ。こんなのウォーミングアップでしょ。
はあバカなりゃしねえよ。こんなのお散歩程度だな。お前汗だくだぜ。
お前は汗の代わりに血を垂らせばいいや。
Yeah, what do you guys think of this? Seems a little weird. No, Kuma guys, stop. We should trying to stop him. He's like, no, they need to settle this or something like that. Oh man.
血が上っちゃってるようで声が聞こえてないみたいです。おいさん。
I'd be immersed too, to be honest. What a sight after that tense situation. I mean, it's tense, but it's a different vibe.
何？
何をぼーっとしてるんですか。彼を救出する方法を考えないと。
Well, we should try and figure out why he was distracted, considering the seriousness of the situation. He was engrossed in watching the two of them fight with the sunset behind them. It's night, but Uishi wasn't the only one. Everyone watching was captivated by their battle on the rooftop. At that moment, a sudden loud voice broke the silence. Oh man, the sidelines, they haven't gone to the hospital yet? The students who are about to climb into the ambulance, dude, they've been climbing into that ambulance for like a good half an hour now. We're cheering him on. Mian was being loaded onto a stretcher with bandages around her head, but even she sat up, captivated as she was by Ren and Keiichi's duel. Our once happy days were supposed to have shattered due to a series of misunderstandings. They were supposed to be irretrievable. But, huh? Why? Why did I feel this way? This was such a close game, but it wouldn't be fun to stay in a stalemate forever. Ren and I kicked at each other with perfect timing and increased our distance between us.
楽しくなってきたぜ。どうだレナ、最高に楽しくねえか。
レナは最初から楽しいよ。でもケイイチ君の頭を叩き割ったらもっと楽しいかな。
So foreplay at this point now. She did a repeating thing. No, I think she has been doing that, but it feels less noticeable. Probably because of the situation. But...
こっちへ戻ってこい。足場を十分に使おうじゃねえか。こんな最高の舞台何度もあるもんじゃねえ。まんべんなく楽しもうぜ。
絵になるよ、絵になるね。私たちほらいつの間にか付き合わせを追ってるんだね。
Looking good.
風が気持ちいいや。
It was such a fantastical scene. Two people were fighting on the rooftop of the school building with the moon behind them. It was almost unbelievable. All the policemen and children looked at the mysterious and fantastical scene from a distance, completely entranced. Yeah, fantastical is a good way to describe this right now. Very fantastical. Everyone was thinking the same thing. But nobody said anything. It's a long battle. Why does it look like they're having fun?
なんかよ、こういう涼しさでこう暑くなるとよ。綿流しの祭りの時を思い出すんだよな。
Yeah.
どうも俺は静かに夕涼みってのがダメでさ。月が出るとはしゃがずにはいられなくなっちまうんだよ。
All us club members went crazy on the night of Higurashi. The mayor scolded us by the end of it, but we laughed at each other and promised to do the same thing again next year.
月に酔うか。なんだかかっこいいじゃない。私たちはもう月に酔ってるのかもしれないね。
ああ、同感だな。仲間と命のやり取りをしてて、そいつが面白いと感じちまうようじゃ。俺たちは最高に言っちまってる。こいつがそうさ、ルナティックってやつだ。
Some people say the moon has the power to arouse passions in people. Maybe that's true, and maybe it's not. One thing that's for sure is that even if it were a new moon tonight, we would still feel the same way. As our surroundings got darker, the sparks we create with each hit started to look like fireflies. Hey now, isn't there gasoline in the drain pipe right nearby? Yeah, that's not good. Didn't even mention that when, or notice that when they mentioned the sparks the first time. Ah ha 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 ha. Who cares? If an explosion happens, it happens. Yes.
ほら何をやってんだか。バットが汗で滑ってるんじゃない？休憩にしてハンカチで手でも拭いたら？その間に頭を叩き割るけどね。
そいつはいいや。レナこそ汗でスカートがまとわりついて気持ち悪いだろ。脱いでもいいんだぜ。
True.
俺は手を出さないで見物するけどな。
へえ。それで足に見とれてる隙にガツンとお見舞いするよ。
Ha 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 ha. Such a weird climactic
楽しい
scene.
な、レナ。
I think I like it, but I don't know how to compare it to any other arts climactic scene since they all gave such a different vibe. It's really like making me, it's off-putting me a bit. I do like my swings though, so. We flew, we danced. We struck, we laughed. We stepped back once in a while to catch a breath, and then charged at each other and let the sparks fly. We aimed at each other as we went around in circles on the rooftop of our school, our special stage. Renan and I were all sweaty, but we weren't exhausted yet. The beads of sweat rolling down my body just tickled me. We exchanged fierce blows one after another. Neither of us was at an advantage or disadvantage. Neither of us exulted in victory or raged in defeat. The battle with Rena in itself was fun. It was like a dance. A dance I couldn't dance by myself. It was a dance I could only dance with someone with whom I was equally matched.
あの時さ、クラス全体の部活の日、水鉄砲で一騎打ちした時さ、思わなかったか？
うん、実は私も思ってた。
Swing.
こんな戦いをしてみたいって。
Nice. They brought it back. As we thought the way on the rooftop, our classmates down below must have thought the same. Our fight was so pure and passionate that everyone thought the same thing. We want to join them.
あの時も同じだった。水鉄砲だったけど、やることは同じだった。
あの時より面白いぜ。今度は水の残量なんか気にしなくていいんだからよ。
水鉄砲じゃ火花も出ないしね。
打ち合うこの感覚もないもんな。
We both were breathing hard, waiting for the right timing to take a step forward. In the midst of that, we grinned at each other.
あの時も多分言ったセリフだが、あえてもう一度言うぜ。
じゃあレナもあの時と同じセリフで返そうかな。
We both smiled wittily in the same moment.
やり合うのが楽しくてならねえぜ。決着がつくことすら興ざめするくらいにな。
負けても恨まないでね。
ああ、恨まない。 この勝負を終わらせた自分の不甲斐なさを恨んでやるぜ。だがそいつを恨むのはどうやらレナの方になりそうだな。
どうかな。ケイチ君、足がわらだよ。
くそったれー。おりゃ
Everyone was captivated by our fight. They were swept up in our fight. We both had weapons deadly enough to seriously hurt each other. But we were both perfectly matched and neither of us had hit the other yet. Why did they look so happy? This was just ridiculous. All the people below were just watching this fight on the rooftop with the beautiful moon as a backdrop. Not even the police should stop them. This was impossible. The battle was absurd and absolutely impossible. Satoko, yes, give us strats so we can break this deadlock. How long has this been going? It's definitely a little bit of a drag, if you don't mind me saying. Satoko and some of her classmates cheered Teichi on, but there were some who were cheering for Rena too. Who's cheering for Rena? Come on, she literally just almost killed everyone in a bid bomb. Who is it? Is it, oh, I forgot his name. Yoshimaru? Yomimaru? That sneaky little guy. To them, this was no longer a fight to the death. It was just the second round of their water gun battle. Jesus. A club activity is a club activity, and a game is a game. This was just the second round, so nobody would die. Even though they had real weapons, nobody thought they would get hurt. Oh, man. Rita wasn't cheering, she was just looking up at the rooftop. Rita thought to herself. She thought Keiichi could win, not just against Rena. Rita thought Keiichi could even destroy the walls of the maze of tragedies that had no exit. Have you gotten like non-lethal bullets yet? Utaka, like, come on. Everyone's watching. Don't be a party pooper. Should be done soon. Don't rush them. Utaka. As Utaka yelled into the radio, Mion screamed for him to stop. Yeah, it seems. Well, she is still saying she wants to split Keiichi's head open, but she definitely does seem to have kind of reverted. It's good therapy, I guess. One way to bring her back, her super competitive instincts. It is a very reasonable it is probably the most reasonable take, but come on, dude. Read the atmosphere. Oh boy. I mean, I can see that. Yeah. Poor Utaka. I mean, I don't like him, but he just came to the city. He doesn't know what's up. Or this, yeah, the city. I thought they were trying to tell each other, but I thought Rena would stop if she actually like, disarmed Keiichi by now, but who knows.
自分がレナと対等なことを。対等というのは一番信頼できるということ。ケイちゃんはレナの目を覚ませる。いや、もう覚ましつつあるんだよ。レナの悪い夢はもう終わりつつあるんだ。ケイイチ君はやっぱり最高だよ。君だけは殺したくない。君がいない世界はさぞや退屈だろうと思うよ。
That's a very true statement. Higurashi with no Keiichi sounds pretty bad. Though Higurashi without any of the main characters sounds pretty bad.
でどうするんだその世界とやらは。宇宙人の侵略があって大変じゃねえのかよ。
Is that new? It might be different just with the moon. Depends what shot you want. You know what they say, take your shot, kid. Whoa.
宇宙人なんて寄生虫なんてなんだかどうでもいいような気がしてくるよ。
Take your shot. They're like, come on, gotta give me those eye beads.
世界が滅ぶならいつでも好きな時に滅べばいいし、御三家の陰謀なんて知ったことか。
ああそうさ。たとえ明日隕石がぶつかって地球が砕けるとしたって。
今この瞬間より楽しいことなんて他にあるもんか。
チェ、それにお前毒を盛られてて今夜で死んじまうんじゃねえのかよ。余命の短いやつがピンピンしやがって。
Bam, bam, swing.
そうだったね。すっかり忘れてたよ。私は今夜中に首をかきむしって死んでしまうんだったっけ。
なんだよ、自分で作った設定だろ。忘れるんじゃねえや。ほれ、たまには首をボリボリかきやがれ。分かってるよ。もう痒くなんかねえんだろ。そりゃそうさ。首を引っかくより。
It's probably true.
私たちはもっと楽しいことをしているんだもの。
I wish it would never end, but my body was streaming. I was breathing hard and I felt dizzy from a lack of oxygen. My upper body felt as light as a piece of paper, as if even a slight breeze could take me away. It really had been a blast, but I needed to end it soon. I felt the same sadness as in that water gun fight. Back then, it was just clear as a draw.
さてな、一つ言えることがある。最高に楽しかったぜ。
Yeah. Oh, music drop. I jumped backwards and slammed the roof with my bat. The sound was intense as a huge drum, and the noise woke up the people who were captivated by our fight. The silence returned and the chorus of Higurashi filled the air.
じゃあ、一度間合いを開こうじゃねえか。
そうだね。次の一撃で今度こそ決着をつけよう。
We started to move slowly and increase the distance between us. Everyone realized it. This fight was ending very soon.
じゃあ最後の最後だ。もう一回確認するぜ。
Hey.
なんだっけ。
Not scary eyes, that's good.
おいおい、この戦いはお互いかけてるものがあったろうが。お前、そのために戦ってたんじゃなかったのかよ。
そうだったっけ。ごめん、忘れちゃってた。
ち、仕方ねえやつだな。確認するぜ。まずは俺が勝った場合だ。俺の専属メイトになって ご奉仕三昧の毎日だ。
True.
人前ではこれが私のご主人様ですってちゃんと紹介するんだぞ。
Oh boy.
可愛い服じゃないと嫌だよ。
そこは任せろ。監督の完全監修のもと、古式ゆかしいオールドスタイルからちょっとドキドキな改造メイド服までいろいろと取り揃える。もちろん特注でレナにぴったりとフィットするサイズなんだ。すごいだろ。
すごいすごい。負ける気はさらさらないけど、なんだか楽しそう。
次はレナが勝った場合だ。
I paused for a moment.
レナが勝ったなら俺はレナの話を信じる。
Rona was happy until just a moment ago, but that expression was suddenly wiped from her face.
宇宙人が地球侵略に来ていて俺たちの頭の中には寄生虫が入ってる。そしてそれを園崎家が暗躍してて秘密研究をしてて、世界は明日から宇宙人に支配されるって話を信じてやる。あとお前は毒で今夜死んじまうんだよな。最後はちゃんと見とってやるから安心しろ。
なんだか私が勝ってもつまんないね。
Yeah, it definitely sounds like a better scenario with Keiichi.
ケイチ君が勝った方のご褒美の方が楽しそうだよ。
仕方ねえだろ。お前そういう話だからわざわざ学校を乗っ取ったんじゃなかったのかよ。
そうだったんだっけね。ごめん、忘れそうになってたよ。
Rona smiled sadly for a moment, but soon that expression was wiped off her face too.
俺は何しろレナのメイドさんがかかってるんだからよ。意地でも勝ちに行くぜ。
ブーブー。
What is that?
レナが勝っても面白くないよ。
なんだよ。じゃあ
Sorry,
今から
that's
帰る
a
か？
that's a replay and a half. Oops.
ブーブー。レナが勝っても面白くないよ。
Boo boo. Love it.
レナが勝ったらどうするよ。
Finally, Rena smiled happily again. The breeze dried our sweat. It was a good feeling. We no longer went crazy, even with the moon out. We could finally enjoy the coolness of the evening. It would be so nice if we could just lie down on our bats and gaze at the moon. Still smiling a little, Rena spoke.
私もケイチ君と同じご褒美がいいな。
なんだよそれ。俺がメイドかよ。
Yeah.
どぎついな。
別にメイドさんじゃなくていいよ。でも他は同じ。朝は私におはようって言って、夜は私におやすみって言って
That's
ほしい。
wholesome. Jeez, that is so wholesome.
いっぱい私に優しくしてほしい。
Oh, man.
いっぱい私を楽しくさせてほしい。あれこれじゃ私が勝ってもケイイチ君が勝っても私たちず
Well,
っと一緒なんだよね。
I feel like the situation has been diffused like successfully, so I'm just in the back of my mind I'm thinking what could possibly go wrong. How will Keiichi die this hurt?
一緒ではあるが待遇にえらい違いがあるけどな。
I wanted to join in.
どうしてこんなにも大好きなケイイチ君と私はこんなことをしてるんだろう。
さーてな、どうして俺たちは屋根の上になんかいるんだ。何しに俺たちはここへ登ったんだっけ。
どうしてだったっけ。忘れちゃったよ。
バカと煙は上へ登るってやつだろ。 じゃあ俺たちは二人とも大バカだな。
バカ仲間だね。
Airhead buddies.
仲間だな。じゃあそろそろ行こうじゃないか。
Who we betting on? I think Keiichi's down to take it all the way. Power of it's the secret Satoshi buff. Rena doesn't know about it, but it'll sneak the win.
せっかくの体がクールダウンしちまう。
そうだね。体が冷めちゃわないうちに決着をつけよう。
I'm hiccuping. The excitement made me hiccup. We readied our weapons and took out our stances.
私ね、やっぱりやめないってそう言おうと思った。
I shook my head slowly.
ダメだ。決着は必要なんだ。じゃないと終わらない。せっかくの俺とお前の戦いが終われ、うやむやじゃダメなんだ。綺麗に終わらないとダメなんだ。
こんなのおかしい。ひょっとしたらどっちが勝っても負けてもご褒美がなしになるかもしれない。
That is true. You still are fighting with deadly weapons. Someone could die.
その時も恨みっこはなしだぜ。
Yeah?
だから先に言っとく。
何？
Man.
楽しかったぜ。
私もだよ。
レナ、仮に俺たちのどちらかが死のうと、俺たちは絶対にまた会えるから。だからまた会えたなら
今度は普通に遊んで普通に笑い合って普通に恋をしよう。絶対に互いを疑わない。互いを絶対に信じ合う。だから絶対に会えるよね。絶対だよね。
ああ、絶対だ。
Tears appeared in Rena's eyes. I noticed I was about to break down
じゃ
too.
あ行くぜ。
Final strike. What's your choice of strike, Keiichi? Dondo for the overhand? It's pretty daring, but if you're fast enough, I mean, you're gonna bash Rena's head, so I don't know, but I guess you are going for the win. I don't know. Rena should go for a nice slide if she's sticking with that stance. What is that stance even? I guess it's like a guard stance and you like switch it to like an overhead, right? You can't swing like that. I just know she does like side slashes. But we step forward at the same time. Ooh, always doing for like the kendo stance where he can just bop her like really fast on the head. And Rena's doing for like the dash in sides that I think Keiichi should technically win. It's a shorter distance to hit. Are we using this? It's fitting, but it's not as cool. I like the shadow work. Man, I do feel like this arc, if I have to give it like one thing, I think it's definitely the most technically creative arc, if that made sense. A lot of playing around with a lot of stuff in this arc, which I can always appreciate. We were fighting so viciously earlier, but now it was like we were moving very slowly. We must have looked like a shadow play. Everyone was watching the shadows dance. Okay. Rena hit my metal bat violently. As a result, I let go of it. Oh my god. This is cool though. I like this. The metal bat bounced once on the roof, then rolled down to the schoolyard. I lost my weapon. Here's Rena's chance. Of course she wouldn't miss it. What are we doing though? Tackle? I was lying flat on the roof and Rena got on top of me. Rena's knees were holding down my arms and there's no way for me to fight back. Oof. The moon was divided into two. The shadow of Rena's hatchet had split the moon right down the middle. This was the end.
やるな。
Damn, I thought he actually had a plan. I thought the knocking the bat out of his hand was the plan, and then he would like use that time to tackle her or something, but outplayed. Unlucky.
抜けね
ねえ圭一君、もう決着ついたんだよね。
え。おいおい、まだついてねえだろ。そいつを振り下ろすまではまだつかないぜ。
How about we like not kill you, Teichi? I think it's fine.
嫌だ。
I don't want to do it either. I don't want to see it either.
嫌だよ。嫌だ。
Rena's arms were still raised, but tears were pouring from her eyes.
どうしてこんなことになっちゃったんだろう。どこで変になっちゃったんだろう。私はみんなを大好きで、みんなを信じていたはずなのに、どこで信じられなくなってしまったんだろう。どうして圭一君にナタを振り
Fully
上げているのか
reverted.
わかんない。
Mission success.
どうして私はこんなにも大好きな仲間たちにこんなにも恐ろしいことを。
Ooh,
お前、そうか。
I didn't mean
気
to
づいたのか。
skip the. I mean, she already confessed her love like a bunch of times, but that was like the dramatic one. It's totally not because I'm. Nah, I'm joking.
この世界で気づ
Nice.
自分で自分が信じられないよ。こんなにもあんなにも楽しい日々だったのに、どうして私は何の不満もなかったし、何の不安もなかったのに、どうして自分で壊してしまうような真似を。
レナ、お前はやっぱりすげえよ。
After I killed you and Mion, I didn't realize I had done anything wrong, so I left a note and called Oishi-san. I still believe that someone else was at fault. Until... I mean, even after I was dead. I didn't even notice I had sinned. How sad it was to kill my friends because of just a little misunderstanding, even when they were trying to help me. And how painful it was to not realize it was a sin.
だからレナはすごいんだよ。仲間を一人も殺さなかった。お前は罪を犯す前に気づけたんだよ。
Man, that feels so good.
さすがだよレナ。
Oh
さ
man.
すがだよ。俺とは違うんだ。
Fade into Sprite, maybe? Or no? Rena stood up and slowly lowered her hatchet. Nah.
仲間を傷つけたよ。みーちゃんにひどいことをした。
後で謝っとけ。俺的には当分の間姉妹の入れ替わりを見抜けてちょうどいい傷跡だと思ってるぞ。
Okay.
それに
Good meme.
殺しちゃってるもんね。
ん？誰も殺してないだろ。誰を殺したよ。
マミやリナと北条哲平。
ああ、あいつらか。
あの二人を殺すことは正しいことだと思ってた。でもあの二人を殺した日からもう世界はおかしくなっていたと思う。だということはあの二人を殺すのは正しいことじゃなかったのかな。
正しいかどうかは知らんが最善手じゃなかったことは確かだな。
True.
最善手って
We went over this. Should have asked your friends.
そんなこともわからないのかよ。
I grabbed Rena's head and embraced her. Then I told her something so simple. It was so simple that anyone could think of it. But Rena didn't do it. I didn't do it either back then.
何かやばかったり疑いそうになったり辛いことがあったりしたときはな。
It was so simple.
仲間に相談するんだよ。
Oh no. There's so many. And I like the other one better, but I think I have to use this one. Also, why does the moon look so trippy? Kind of looks like a hot air balloon. Or a fake moon. Fake moon? Yo, research facility confirmed. Hinamizawa has a research facility. Why does that moon look so fake? What the heck, though? Does that look like a hot air balloon? Is that the UFO? Shouldn't be memeing. It's a crying Rena. Rena cried in my arms for a while. She cried about the wrong choice she made at the very beginning. The choice couldn't have been hard to see. I'm sure it was something that was within her grasp. How stupid it was to worry about it by herself. She had friends. She had friends whom she trusted. Why did she think she couldn't talk to her friends about it?
俺もかつてそうだった。だから俺は笑わねえぞ。でも気づけたならいいんだ。しかもレナは俺なんかよりずっと早く気づけたじゃねえか。
We will trust each other. We will never doubt our friends. We will rely on each other. We will talk to each other and help each other. That's why friends are always happy and why we can endure anything together.
じゃあレナ、幕の降りた舞台だけどさ、これで
Curtain
全
call.
部おしまいだぜ。
カーテンコールって
Wish we had curtain calls back. They're all author messages now. Feels bad. Not that it's a bad thing, but you know, I miss them.
まあまあ、俺の独り言だ。最後だけ付き合ってくれよ。
Bow to the audience. They've been watching this fight very fervently. Not fervently. Attentively. We stood up together, holding hands. And the moon was hanging behind us. When I nodded, Rena threw her hatchet away. It disappeared into the darkness below. Then I spoke to the audience in hell, the demons who weren't expecting this ending. I was proclaiming victory.
これで今宵はおしまいだぜ。
Don't say that, Keiichi. What if a random gas bomb hits and everyone dies because you're aggravating them? I think that's a better CG. Oh my god. Where are we gonna fit the Rika spear CG? It's too rare to let go. Oh man. Troubled.
俺たちは惨劇に打ち勝った。もう俺たちは互いを疑わない。だからいつまでも結束している。だからどんな惨劇が訪れようとも二度と屈すると思うんじゃねえ。悲劇など知るか、惨劇など知るか。悪魔どもが喜ぶ脚本が今後どれだけやってこようとも。
Hear that? Mastermind? Which I don't know. In this case, it feels more Takano than Oishi, but either way.
俺たちが
Get
全部
wrecked.
ぶち壊してやるぜ。
Ah. Oh my god. Is that the ending? That'd be hilarious. What a way. Just a middle finger. He survived! Holy shit. Dude, that hyped me up even though it's the ending. Yet she survived. I thought he would die somehow. The incidents at the forestry field office. It's Chome. God, why is this hyping me up more? It's hyping me up. Better be no after credits scene where he dies. On 25th, the suspect. I guess the other parts where he dies is how it should have went. I don't know. On 25th, Rena. 25, the suspect scattered. 7 hours. Yes, the super squad. Close combat. 4 minor injuries. Mion. Minor injuries, that's lucky. Fude. Okay. So Toto just got bonked in the head once with a helmet. Okay. All lines up. This song though, I'm digging it. Do you love my end of a story vocal track? She disarmed and surrendered to the police at 9:10 and was subsequently arrested. Police station and questioned, she admitted to the outline given above. There had been some dispute about the accountability of the subject during the crime, but after subjecting her to a psychiatric examination, it's fully accountable. It's an interesting one. Definitely would lean to her not being accountable, at least during the hostage situation. I feel like that would be easy to prove with her past medical stuff. This song though, Jesus. Man, that just boosted the session for me. I don't know why, the credits just hyped the shit out of me. I want to wait until I know it's over before I say some final words about this. That was fun, huh? There's gonna be something else though. I feel it. Don't screw me. End it off. Give us a happy note. Get screwed, mastermind. I mean, can you really blame the mastermind? Scenario jump. Nice quality of life features they added in the answer arts. That's good too. Author note. The demon script. Interesting. Might as well just hit. We can do that in our cleanup. It's so long of a video. So that was the finale. I'm gonna say something that's a little bit of a hot take, I feel. Just because I know a lot of people like this arc. It's not even the whole arc. It's just I don't know. I didn't love the duel. I definitely didn't love it. I didn't hate it. I thought there's a lot of cool aspects about it. Obviously, I was hyped for the effects. Like I said, they were really cool. Well, I mean, we're gonna talk about this for the review, and I might change my opinion. I probably am gonna rewatch this before the review, get my bearings set. But on a technical aspect, it was fine. It just felt felt kind of draggy to me, especially with a lot of the audience stuff. Like, oh my god, even though they're fighting with real weapons, they were still transfixed. I swear they said that like 3 times. It's just a dragging problem for me, but I don't know. Maybe, but it was good. I love the ending. I think the ending was the best part. Not the credits, but the actual ending with Rena and Keiichi like holding each other and like flipping off the demons, and when Rena realized was questioning herself about it, that was a very, very cool ending. I mean, Mastermind lost. I mean, you can't really predict that Keiichi would become self-aware and ruin the plan. It probably would have worked if Keiichi just didn't, or he just he didn't like have the knowledge or the drive to try to save Reno at the cost of his own life. But yeah, it was cool. A little draggy for my taste. For some reason, those credits hyped me the fuck up. I don't know. I was expecting a little bit more. I expected something wacky to happen, but no, just a big F you to the mastermind. Man, that was great. And I recorded early, so I can actually record a cat lady or something after this. Oh man, what a way to end it, huh? There's definitely a whole different vibe than like literally every other arc, but that's not even a bad thing because of how this ended. This is like the turning point, right? It kind of made sense, right? So the mastermind won for all the other arcs, and in this arc you beat the mastermind, and in the next arc you find out who the mastermind is. So it's a slow turn, huh? That's cool. That's very cool. Anyways, thank you for watching this long video. Lots of longer videos in this one, but that's cool. We still have the Bad Endathon, and we have the author note and one more tip. I don't know what order we're gonna do that in, but that should be fun. Again, I'm not looking forward to the Bad Endathon in the hostage situation. I don't even remember where the other bad end was. But yeah, should be fun stuff. Then we'll have a review, which I will talk about it. I have some opinions on this. It's gonna linger on. I'm gonna need to think about this for a while. I don't know how much there's like so much good in this arc, and like not a lot. I don't know. I definitely need to think it, and then we'll have a theory video. So yeah, we'll plan it out later. Anyways, hopefully you guys had a great day, and we'll see you next time. Yay, we won! Holy shit, the curse has been broken. Woo!